On January 8 this year, a police officer took her own life at the Port Adelaide police station. She was the third officer to die by suicide in South Australia within 4 months. Since her death, Victoria Police has lost 2 officers and WA 1. They are part of a devastating toll rising in police ranks. Research by the WA Police Union has found the suicide rate among serving officers in Australia has more than doubled in the last decade and now surpasses the rate of the general population. Wendy McNish lost her husband Ray to suicide in 2016. He was an officer at Echuca in northern Victoria. She believes the silence that often surrounds an officer's death isn't always helpful.
It sheds the light of some sort of shame, and there should not be any shame. We should be able to speak about these things, and that's the way we're going to make inroads and changes.
Experts say the job isn't always a factor, but sometimes it can be. And the biggest predictor of poor mental health outcomes is cumulative trauma exposure.
These exposures to things like human suffering, to violence either against them or people in the community, and just this cumulative exposure of that week in, week out over a career causes a very real stress response in frontline workers.
Matt Newlands knows these pressures well. After nearly a decade in his dream job, the former officer realised he was struggling with his mental health and sought help away from the force.
I continued quite a rapid decline where on one particular occasion I came very close to ending my life.
He says addressing mental health and suicide in the force is complex and vital.
It's a conversation that we need to be continuing to have to make sure that we're doing everything we possibly can to support our first responders.
Small steps on a much larger journey.
Because it's so important that you're here tomorrow.
Harvey Biggs, ABC News.